So here's the explanation of my comparative analysis of the two arguments of the quinquevier and the God is not dead. So quinquevier or Thomas Aquinas' 5 ways. So the first one is argument from motion. Aquinas argues that everything in the universe is in motion and that this motion is caused by something else. This leads to the conclusion that there must be an unmoved mover, which is God. In the movie, the idea of God as the source of all motion aligns with characters' testimonies of how God has influenced their lives. Second, argument from causality. Aquinas' argument from causality asserts that everything has a cause, but there must be a first cause, which is God. The movie reinforces this idea when characters discuss the need for a creator to explain the existence of the universe and the life. Argument from possibility and necessity. Aquinas argues that things in the universe are contingent and rely on something else for their existence. There must be a necessary being, which is God, to explain why anything exists at all. The concept of God as a necessary being is reflected in the movie's discussion of God's existence as a foundational concept. Fourth, argument from gradation of perfection. Aquinas' argument from gradation states that there are degrees of perfection in the world, and there must be a being of ultimate perfection, which is God. While not explicitly discussed, the movie's theme of God's perfection and role in people's lives indirectly supports this argument. Okay? Lastly, argument from governance of nature. Aquinas' argument from the governance of nature posits the natural things act in a purposeful way, suggesting a governing intelligence which is God. The movie emphasizes God's role in guiding characters' lives, aligning with the idea of God's governance of nature. So, on the other hand, God's not dead. So, the first one is Big Bang Theory. So, Josh argues that Big Bang Theory implies a moment of creation, which aligns with the idea of a creator, which is God, who initiated the universe. Second, evolution. He suggests that the complexity and diversity of life, as explained by the theory of evolution, may also be seen as a evidence of a guiding intelligence, which is God. Lastly, the problem of evil. Josh wrestles with the problem of evil, questioning how it can exist if an all-powerful and benevolent God is in control. So, Aquinas' 5 ways are classical philosophical arguments, deeply rooted in theology and metaphysics, while the arguments in the movie God's Not Dead are presented in a more contemporary and a relatable context. The movie God's Not Dead serves to demonstrate how arguments for God's existence can be relevant in contemporary discussions of faith and belief, echoing the enduring legacy of Aquinas' philosophical inquiries into the existence of God.